session, I was kind of wondering, what has been something positive this week? How has the stone jar been working for you guys?
I don't know, I put a couple stones in. Sam got her license, so that's a big win.
Oh, congratulations!
Thanks.
That's big.
It is. I'm very glad.
How about you, Sam? How was the stone jar for you since our last session?
Well, she let me go to the test after I passed her test. And I put a pebble in for that. And then she let me go to my friend Claire's house. And so I put a stone for that.
Sounds like you guys have really worked on autonomy and trust, and it sounds like that little practice of homework of the jars really helped. And if you mentioned that you put in 3, can you tell me about those 3 moments?
My problem is that we have 3 good moments and then we had a bad moment, and I'm like, I don't want to take out the stones from the jar, but I do feel like my trust will go forward and will come back after I hear things that happen with her friends. So yeah, we had some good moments, and then she for celebrating getting her driver's license, the very first thing she does is go out and drink with her friends.
Why wouldn't I? That's so fun.
Because that's so the opposite of responsible.
We responsibly drink in my friend's basement.
Again, you're underage.
My friends are doing it.
Yeah, and I don't think your friends are a good influence, but you won't listen to anything I say about your friends, and I don't want to talk bad about them. I just really don't think that that's an appropriate way to celebrate getting your license. I really don't like the idea of you drinking and driving.
Well, I know that. She won't even give me the car.
Yeah, so she came back home and was like, I'm ready to drive, and I was like, tell me where you've been, what happened last night, are you ready to drive? Because from the behavior I see, it's still feeling like.
Isn't that so dumb? She said she'd give me the car once I passed. I passed and she didn't give the car to me.
You passed and you went straight out and got drunk.
You know, Sam, can you help me understand a little bit? I know you said it, you drink at your friend Claire's to celebrate, but can you help me understand a little bit more about what drinking does for you? What does it give you?
Agency. I can do my own thing. We've already talked about that here. And also, it's fun when I'm home. I just feel like, again, I'm walking on eggshells like I told you before. And it's an opportunity where I don't have to feel perfect. I can be stupid and silly with my friends. And we are safe. To me, it feels safe because, we are, in the basement of Claire's house. And so it's okay. And her parents are, take our keys so we can't drive anywhere. So it's monitored, and I get it that I'm not the drinking age, but everyone does it, and that sounds trite, but I'm excited. This is exciting for me. I worked hard for it. I put my money towards the test, and then I got back after Claire's, and she knew that I was hungover, and she was like, well, I'm not gonna give you the keys to your car. And we got in a massive fight, and I was really pissed at her, and I still am. Because she didn't stick to her word, and she didn't give me the car.
So what I'm hearing from Sam is drinking provides you agency. It gives you a sense of not having to walk on eggshells. And it seems like you were saying, that it's kind of the opposite of maybe how you're feeling at home.
Yeah. And it also reminds me of Dad. because we used to drink together.
Yeah.
So it just feels comforting.
Yeah. And can I ask, what's something that's not so great about drinking for you?
She gets pissed at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't given the car, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, it's really normal for teenagers to experiment with alcohol. So, you know, I hear you when you're saying that a lot of kids are doing it at your age. I hear it gives you agency. It provides you moments where you don't feel like you have to walk on eggshells. But at the same time, it causes conflict with mom, takes away privileges, and it keeps you from being autonomous, it sounds, in the way that you really want through the car. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean,
Where does that leave you, do you think?
well, you actually hear me. I'm like, Mom. But you, like, this is so hard because you hear me, but also, like, shouldn't you agree with me that, like, I should get the car?
Len, I'm hearing that it was pretty hard for you in that moment of you felt like there was all this growth and you felt like maybe Sam's way of celebrating was maybe a break in that trust. Is that what I'm hearing from you?
I think we've agreed and discussed in here that the drinking is something that's really concerning to me, but it's something I don't think is appropriate for her at this age. And that I'm worried about her safety and getting in a car and all of those things. So I thought the agreement we came to was that we were going to cut down on drinking. And it feels like she's ramping up on drinking.
Is that true?
She's using it to escape.
Do you feel like your drinking has increased recently?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think has maybe caused it to increase?
Honestly, I just, like, miss Dad. And so that's, like, what helps me get to him. And I just don't want to be home. And usually that's what my friends are doing. And, like, it doesn't, I still have, like, enough grades to be on the track team. And I still run track. I'm still performing. Like, it's really not hindering myself, honestly. And so I don't really see the harm in it.
So if it's not hindering these other parts of your life, I'm hearing that you don't see it as a reason to cut back, but I'm kind of curious, do you feel like it really helps with you missing Dad?
Yeah.
In what way? Can you tell me more about that?
I just think, like, being with her, like, being with you, Mom, like, I just feel like I get your anxiety. Like, it's like an aroma that just, like, comes to me. Like, so when I just want to, like, get myself away from it. And so the best way I can get myself away from it is being at school. Track practice are my friends. And so I don't want to feel that way towards towards you, Mom, but I just feel like you're always so anxious. And so, like, last week you said, like, that, like, her control is care. And so that resonated with me because, like, I think you're right. Like, she tries to care from a bit controlling, but, like, that's not what care is. And so that makes me just want to pull the opposite direction. And, like, I just don't care. Like, it does not, like, I don't care that I drink. There's, like, I get that it's wrong, like, legally, but, like, I don't think, like, I think it's fine.
What would it look like for your mom to show care for you then?
I don't know. I mean, like, I just feel like we've never really had a relationship where I could be myself. That, like, she's always just wanted me, you've always wanted me to be perfect. Like, don't you see that?
And I know we had kind of talked about this in our last session, and I'm hearing, you know, that word perfect come up again. Even though I feel like we kind of worked through that, at least in terms of your license, you know, manageable steps to reaching that point of autonomy for you. But it sounds like it maybe is a little deeper, this sense of, you know, you feeling like your mom wants you to have this certain life that seems unattainable to you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And I saw you shaking your head, Lynn. Tell me
I
more
don't
about that.
think she has to be perfect. I just want her to be happy.
Then how can we meet in the middle though, Mom? Like, I just don't understand. Like, I can't, like, this is so distressing to me. Like, I hate going home. And that's why I'm never home.
Yeah, and
that's why my phone's off, so you can't see me on Ag 360.
and that's exactly how your dad felt.
Is there certain, if you can think back, certain language that your mom uses that maybe triggers that feeling of perfection for you, Sam?
Why can't you blink? Or it's not that hard. Or when I was your age.
Okay. Those are pretty powerful.
And I know I'm doing wrong things, I just don't care. To her. Like, I'm aware of that. I'm aware that I don't treat her well.
But she doesn't care.
But I think it's because I feel like you just don't truly, like, care about, like, who I am.
So you're not feeling validated
No.
in your own personhood.
Yeah.
How are you feeling right now, Lynn? You've gone kind of quiet. Just feeling like there's a lot of emotion there.
Yeah. I think it's bringing up the reasons why your dad said he left me. Because I was too controlling. But he had, like, those weren't the real reasons why he left me.
But those are the reasons he gave you.
The real reason was because he was with another girl. The real reason was because he was looking for other things. But it does hurt that, like, he didn't want me. And it does hurt that, like, you'd rather have any other mom than me.
Has Sam said that to you?
She says that she doesn't care.
Yeah.
And that she doesn't care about, you know, I feel like a lot of this is, I'm showing her that I care, and I know I'm doing it in ways that aren't perfect. I want to learn how to do it better. And I want to stop being ever controlling, but like, I just want her to show me that she cares and that she recognizes the things that I do and the effort that I put in.
Yeah.
And I'm like worried that she's becoming like this entitled girl like her friends who doesn't recognize like we saved up for years to get that car for you. And I'm working to put money in her college account and I want her to have a future. And I don't want her to be like her entitled rich friends who like are willing to throw it all away. And so I think that's why I'm just like scared that like her don't care attitude. Like it's gonna mean something for her future. It's gonna mean something about our relationship. And I'm working really hard here to like, I don't know, show up and
your emotion is so obvious that you do care. Just how you're showing up in the room right now. Absolutely. I can definitely see that from you. I mean, like you said, Sam has not said she wants a different mom. You said that she has maybe said in moments that she doesn't care. That's very different.
I just feel like she's coming here and I'm putting in some effort and
you want to feel validated.
I see her putting in some effort too, but then she goes off like, one thing I'm asking from her is to be concerned with her future and to not throw it away. I don't know. I just had to be perfect with how I planned for the future, and I had to have everything under control. And so I want her to not have to feel that way, but I also feel like she has to manage or control or be responsible for some things, right?
Yeah. So this sense that you felt as far as, what you said of maybe your childhood, of this pursuit of perfection for yourself, and this desire to be validated in your efforts, it makes sense. It makes so much sense. I'm curious though if you can really get that from Sam in the way that you want. What would that... I'm also curious, are there ways that you're able to validate yourself in all the work that you do? There's been a lot of changes for you recently, and you've been putting a lot of effort, a lot of work. Is there any time that you have for yourself?
I think that's maybe part of why Sam going out and celebrating something that she did. That feels irresponsible to me, and that's probably not fair because I just don't get to do that. I don't. And maybe I tell myself that it's not responsible to go out and celebrate or to go out and be proud of like the things that I've done.
What would that look like for you to celebrate your accomplishments?
It doesn't feel like I've been very accomplished. It's been hard. My husband left me.
You've been raising Sam by yourself. That is a huge accomplishment. You went back to work.
I got a promotion 2 weeks ago.
You got a promotion 2 weeks ago? Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
I guess I just don't think of it as a big deal. You're right. Yeah.
feel like maybe there's ways then that you can offer yourself a little bit more grace in all this, you know? What are some things that you like to do that might be tiny steps to celebrate things like that promotion?
No, that makes me think I could get a couple of my friends together.
Get some friends together?
Yeah. I'm not really like a going out type, but I still like to have people over to the house and like host. So I feel like I could host like a dinner or something with my friends.
That sounds like it would be a really nice time for you to celebrate. You know, maybe we could take a moment to pause and just kind of reflect on our little breather, maybe.
I think I feel bad.
You feel bad? Okay.
That like, Mom, like you feel this way. Cause I like do love you, I just, I don't feel like you love me. I'm like, you like stay controlling things, or you're like on top of me. I just think I'm resistant to like wanting to love you, because I feel like if I show that I love you, that like somehow like you'll think that like what you're doing is like okay, like validating the things, but I don't want to like validate those things, because what you're doing is like invalidating.
You mentioned some of the language that Mom uses that maybe brings up those and makes a little resistance, even though, like you said, there's a lot of care and love there. Yeah. Lynn, how are you feeling? Hearing Sam say that.
I'm not sure.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, nothing is your fault. I think it's just we've been through something really hard.
Yeah.
And I keep wanting it to be easier, but we're just figuring out how to live together. With Dad, it's different. It sucks sometimes.
I think the fact that you recognize that this is a time of so much change for both of you, and that you've really had to adapt a lot in this new season, and you know, you are making those baby steps to learning how to connect with each other in maybe a new way too than you used to. I know we maybe talked about Lynn doing emotion. But I don't want to forget that Sam also just has a huge accomplishment to celebrate as well of your license. And I'm wondering, what would that look like to maybe celebrate those together? How would you guys feel about that? Sam, can I start with you?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, maybe like go for a hike or something. I know you don't really like going on hikes that much, but like maybe a small hike. And then I know that you like to watch movies, so we can watch a movie after together or something. Like Dune 2, maybe. I know you've been wanting to see that.
I would really like that.
Dune's great.
Have you watched it?
I have. It's worth a watch, for sure. Well, let's come back to that. It sounds like a great plan.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I also didn't want to dismiss also, Lynn, any reflections that you may have had about, celebration and how that can kind of play out values.
Yeah, I think, like I definitely still want to have my own time to celebrate with my friends.
Yeah.
Because
think you
I
should.
realized that, I'm looking to Sam a lot for validation. Like, I want to be good at being her mom. And it sucks that I feel like I'm not. And but that's like not the only thing that I am. And like, I think it sucked losing my husband. I'm feeling like that was something I wasn't good at either. I'm still good at my job.
Yeah.
And I'm a good friend. And I have other areas in my life too. Like, I want to be looking, I guess, for that validation, because as much as I want like a really good relationship with Sam, I don't want to feel like pressure for her to be the one to like, I guess, tell me whether or not I'm doing a good job. So I think some things I'm doing a good job at, even if she's not gonna agree. There's some things I need her to tell me that I'm not doing the best at, but like, well, it's hard for me to not take it really personally when she gets critical. That's like just what teenagers are like.
I think it's hard to hear critique from anyone. And I think that you both want to really feel heard by one another. I'm wondering if you would even be open to adding on to kind of the jar concept here. Hear me out. Maybe keeping a journal next to the jar as a way to help communicate between each other, especially maybe in those moments where a lot of anger comes up and, you know, I feel like Sam especially said, like, you don't want to hurt your mom, and like it's totally reasonable to give yourself a moment to cool down. Sometimes we forget to come back to those conversations when I feel like even in the room, you guys have done such a great job of really listening to each other and hearing each other. And I'm wondering if we maybe could. Are you okay, Lynn? No, you're okay. But yeah, if maybe would a journal feel a little helpful in maybe bridging that communication a little bit more?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Because I feel like it would give me time to like think about it when I'm like not really angry and pissed.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, no, I'm open to a journal too. I think. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
No, you're
I'm like
okay.
trying to hold it.
Take your time.
Okay. I think I just I want that reassurance that we're gonna communicate about things. I think like being able to maybe follow up. To follow up on the things that come up and the fights that we have.
Yeah.
Knowing that we can come back to a spot and communicate about it. Yeah, that would feel helpful to me.
Yeah. I still do want you guys to keep going with the stone jar, just as a visual reminder, I think, for moments when you feel trust and that each other is, you know, building that trust for autonomy and for reliability as well. But yeah, I think that would also be really beneficial to have on a piece of paper, a way to communicate as well, just because you guys have been doing such a great job of doing it in this room. All right. Thank you guys for coming and being vulnerable.